Welcome to the Department of Distance and Continuing Education, University of Delhi, Master of Business Administration, MBA, Semester 1, Core Course MBA FT 6108, Information Technology Management. Lesson number 4, Operating System, Spreadsheet and Presentations. 4.1, Learning Objectives. After completing the chapter, you will be able to learn about different PC common software. These software will help you to command your presentations. So this chapter is going to target the following objectives. Point 1. Provide basic knowledge about the PC package software. Next point. Get familiar with the term operating system and its working. Next point. Explain about Windows as interface. Next point. Gets the essential information about the text processing software in brief. Next point. This chapter will help you to learn the spreadsheet software with its applications. Next point. We'll be able to work on the database and graphical representation of spreadsheet. Next point. Target the database manager working and its connectivity with different software. Next point. Tell how to work with presentation software and its applications. Last point is usage of all PC software packages. 4.2 Introduction. Economic conditions and computerization in every field of human life gave birth to different kinds of software. The availability of low-cost hardware and the expansion of software industry for small to large-scale enterprise have resulted into a wide variety of software packages. Due to this growth, the previous approach of custom software has changed. Off-the-shelf software has been more widely employed as the variety of software packages with the boom in the industry. Although market offers a large variety of software packages, still there are barriers in the selection of proper PC package for a particular need of the enterprise. Due to the immense amount of information available on the internet, understanding of the PC package and decision process of choosing a package is difficult. Locating sources of information which describe software packages and ways of effective usage of software packages for specific requirement is important. The types of PC packages are described here and their compatibility with the operating system. This chapter describes the different software applications and operating system, Windows. It also tells about different usage and applications of the PC packages. 4.3 Operating System and Interface. Operating system is also called as system software that acts as an interface between the computer hardware and the user. Every system has at least one operating system to interact with the computer system and different application programs. Applications like browser, MS Office, games, notepad, etc. need to work with the help of operating system. The basic purpose of an operating system is to provide working platform to execute different application programs in efficient manner and manages the allocation of computer hardware as well. 4.3.1 Benefits of operating system. Point 1. User-friendly interface for the computer system. Next point. Source of computing provided by it for different programs. Next point. Sharing resources is possible only by the operating system. Next point. Data protection, the other usage of operating system for system. Next point. Multitasking is another important working of operating system. Next point. Updated of software is possible through operating system. Last point is system error can be recognized with the help of operating system. 4.3.2 Components of operating system. Management of processes. Next point. File administration. Next point. Network management. Next point. Main memory management. Next point. Management of secondary storage. Next point. Management of input output devices. Next point. Security management. And the next point and the last point is command interpreter system. 4.3.3 Types of operating system. First point. Batch operating system. Next is time sharing operating system. Next is distributed operating system. Next is embedded operating system, and the last is real-time operating system. 4.3.4 Examples of operating system. First is Apple Mac OS. Next is Microsoft Windows, next is Google's Android OS, next is Linux operating system, and the last is Apple iOS. Now we have very important problem of choosing the operating system. We already have multiple operating systems in the environment. Although it would be nice to stick on one, it is rarely possible anymore. It's very important to keep in mind that choosing operating system directly is not as simple. In fact, it's a decision that is made almost indirectly based on some important factors and issues, specifically which applications are in use by the enterprises, which hardware, workstations, servers, handheld and mobile devices is required to support, and what the specification needs of users are often determine which operating systems will be used. 4.4 Windows and Operating System. Windows is a graphical operating system developed by Microsoft. It was released for both home computing and professional works. It is one of the most popular operating systems in the world. It enables users to save data, watch videos, run applications, play games, and connect to the internet. The first independent version of Microsoft Windows, version 1.0, released on November 20, 1985, achieved little popularity. Now, Microsoft offerings are dominating both the server market and the desktop market. Windows has also stepped inroads in the smartphone with Windows Phone, but has not been as successful as others. First version was released in 1985 and there have been many versions of Windows released since. Due to the popularity, most application vendors will first write their software to support Windows. Many won't even consider writing their application on any other operating system platforms. However, because of its prevalence, it is also preferred platform for hackers and virus creators to go after. 4.4.1 Applications of Windows controls the backing store and peripherals such as scanners and printers. Next point, deals with the transfer of programs in and out of memory. Next point, organizes the use of memory between programs. Next point, organizes processing time between programs and users. Next point, maintains security and access rights of users. 4.4.2 Silent features of Windows. First point, speed is basic feature of Windows for booting speedily. Next point is compatibility of Windows with other platforms and applications is widely appreciated. Next point, lower hardware requirements are well compatible with Windows. Next point, search and organization is introduced with Windows very well. Next point, safety and security of data and computer system is at higher level with Windows. Next point, interface and desktop with Windows are significant and displays customizable features. Last point, taskbar / start menu of Windows provides many grouped items and tiles. 4.5 Text processing software and introduction. Text processing is the process of analyzing and sorting of textual data into valuable information. Text editing and word processing are two important features of automated information. To work with these two features, text editor or word processors are combined software. Text editor provides the ability to add, delete, update, remove, etc. With text and word processor helps in formatting the text or document. It also works with colors, special symbols, shapes, graphics, etc. Editing, printing and saving. After a long period, the typewriter has gone and rewarded with computer systems with text processing software, word processors. Nowadays, word processing is the most common and popular application software. There are so many word processors available in the market and allow users to work through a document with its principal activities. Text processing has many steps or set of activities as described below. 4.5.1 Creation of document. The creation of document includes making of new file, entering text into it, inserting of different templates, shapes, symbols and different types of graphs, etc. 4.5.2 Editing of document. The editing of document is act of making alterations in the content of the document. This act includes insert, delete, reviewing, find and replace, cut, copy, paste, spelling check and much more. 4.5.3 Formatting of document. For the document, formatting means developing, updating, and altering the appearance of a document. Formatting of document has been done manually, but word processing software provides different tools and techniques. 4.5.4 Output of document. Word processing software provides various types of output such as printing option, projecting the document with the help of projector. Document can be scanned with the scanner, creating of web document, and in last but not least is the saving of document is necessary first. 4.6 An introduction to spreadsheet. The spreadsheet was created in 1978 for the financial purpose in the form of tables. The spreadsheet allows users to enter data and formulas into rows and columns arranged as a grid on a display screen. The electronic spreadsheet is most popular for the enterprises and business organizations. Spreadsheets are commonly used for maintaining student grade cards, tracking investments, creating and tracking budgets, calculating loan payments, estimating project cost, and creating other types of financial reports and much more. This is an application which is used to manipulate the data, especially arithmetic data. Spreadsheets are more collaborative than other tools of this king. It's easy to manipulate, analyze, and organize the data. It can be integrated with certain other tools. Spreadsheets are quick and easy to add in a workflow. Besides performing basic arithmetic and mathematical functions, spreadsheet also provide conditional expressions, functions to convert between text and numbers, and the functions that operate on strings of text. Nowadays, spreadsheet software have multiple interacting sheets and can display data either as text or numerals or in graphical form. It also provides powerful data optimization and management solutions that can be integrated throughout accounting and marketing and development teams, just to name a few. 4.6.1 Features of spreadsheet. Point 1 Data management. Next is rows and columns. Next is formulas and functions. Next is data filtering and visualization. Next is cell definition. And the last is custom formatting. 4.6.2 Advantages of spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is quite popular among the organizations all over the world due to spreadsheets are free for usage. Spreadsheets require less training and skills. Spreadsheets are customizable. Next point, calculations are streamlined. Next is provides multiple user interaction. Next is can integrate several sheets as well as files. Next is compatible with different types of formats. Next and last is collaborative with different sources of data. 4.6.3 Disadvantages of spreadsheet. Apart from advantages, spreadsheet also holds the disadvantage as number 1 lack of security of data. Next, countless templates create confusion in the spreadsheet. Next, spreadsheet integration with certain tools create mess. Next, time consuming. Next, unfit for remote working. Next and last is consolidation among workbook is difficult. 4.6.4 Uses of spreadsheet. As spreadsheets are most popular all over the world and apart from many disadvantages everyone is using. So its important and basic uses are as follows. Number 1 Financial working in organizations. Next, accounting purpose in the offices. Next, use for analysis. Next, use for presentation of data with various tools. Next, generating reports and charts. Next, assisting with data exports. Next and last is statistical analysis. 4.6.5 Best example of spreadsheet. Number 1 MS Excel. Next, Google Sheets. Next, LibreOffice Calc. Next, Airtable. Next, Smartsheet. Next and last is Zoho Sheet. 4.7 Spreadsheet applications. There are a number of features and applications that are available in Excel to make your task easier. It has total 9 menus to work with Excel. We start from the initial point of creation. 4.7.1 Main working steps of spreadsheet. Number 1 Create worksheet. Choose file, new from the menu bar. The new workbook task pane opens on the right side of the screen. Choose blank workbook under the new category heading. A blank workbook opens in the Excel window. The new workbook task pane is closed. Next point, saving worksheet. Choose file. Save as from the menu bar. The save as dialog box appears. Click the save in drop down menu and locate where the file will be saved. Type a name of your file. In the file name box, click the save button. Next point, closing worksheet. Choose file, close from the menu bar. The workbook in the Excel window is closed. Next point, editing worksheet. Editing of Excel sheet includes many features as deleting any entry, replacing, copying and moving of data, etc. Next and the last is printing of worksheet. 4.7.2 Formulas and functions in spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is consisting of many types of formulas and functions, set of pre-written formulas, and it is very difficult to discuss all formulas and their working in single chapter. So this lesson will consider few of them. First is mathematical formulas, next statistical formulas, next engineering formulas, next financial formulas, next lookup and reference, next logical formulas, next and the last is date and time formulas. 4.8 Database functions in spreadsheet. Database functions in spreadsheet are very much popular in the world. Database functions is a routine function which accepts parameters and performs an action and returns the value. Depending on the function, the return value can be either a single value or a result set. The Excel database functions are designed to help you to work within a database, a large number of organized data records stored in Excel. The database functions are basic for calculations such as sum, average, count, etc., as well as for criteria arguments that allows performing the calculation for a specified subset of the records in the database. Other records in the database are ignored. 4.8.1 Types of functions in spreadsheet. Number 1. Sum. Sum function adds set of numbers and returns the sum of these values. The syntax of the function is sum under bracket number 1 comma number 2. Next is product. Product function returns the product of a set of numerical values. The syntax of the functions is product under bracket number 1 comma number 2, etc. Next point, power. Power functions calculates a given number raised to a supplied power. The syntax of the function is power under bracket number comma power. Next point, sqrt. Sqrt function calculates the positive square root of a number. The syntax of the function is sqrt under bracket number. Next point, abs. Abs function returns the absolute value of a number. The syntax of the function is abs under bracket number. Next point, mod. Mod function returns the remainder of a division between two numbers. The format of the syntax is mod under bracket number comma divisor. Next point, round. Round function rounds a number up or down to a specified number of decimal places. In other words, the function remove decimal, rounding up the last decimal if the next one is 5 or over. The syntax of function is round under bracket number. Next point, lower function. Lower function converts all alphabets in the string to lowercase. If there are characters in the string that are not letters, they are unaffected by this function. Syntax lower under bracket text. Next is len function. Len function returns the length of text string. Syntax is len under bracket text. Next is concatenate function. Concatenate function joins together a series of text strings or other values into one combined text string. Syntax concatenate under bracket text1 comma text2 and so on. Next is today function. Today function returns the current date from the computer system clock. Syntax is equals to today open bracket and closed bracket. Next is Now function. Now function returns the current date and time. The now function is only updated when the spreadsheet is calculated. Syntax is equals to now, open bracket, close bracket. Next is date function. Date function returns the sequential serial number for the date and formats the result as a date. The date function is most useful when the year, month and day arguments are formulas. Syntax is equals to date, open bracket, year, comma, month, comma, day, bracket closed. Next point, max function. Max function returns the largest value from a set of numeric values. Syntax is equal to max, bracket open, number 1, comma, number 2 and so on. Next is minimum function. Min function returns the smallest value from a set of numeric values. Syntax is equals to min, open bracket, number 1, number 2 and so on. Next is average function. Average function returns the average arithmetic mean of the numbers provided. Syntax is equals to average, open bracket, number 1, comma, number 2 and so on. Next is count function. Count function returns the count of numeric values in a set of cells or values. This count includes both numbers and dates. Syntax is equals to count, open bracket, value 1, comma, value 2 and so on. Next and the last function is COUNTIF function. The COUNTIF function counts the number of values in a range that meet specific criteria. Syntax is equals to COUNTIF, open bracket, range, comma, criteria, bracket closed. 4.9 Graphics in Spreadsheet. Graphical representation of data is an effective visual and impressive tool to represent information quickly and easily. Graphs and charts are commonly used by print and electronic media for the clarity. Sometimes data can be better understood when presented by a graph than by a table because the graph can reveal a trend or comparison. Spreadsheet is presenting the data with the help of graphs and charts to create visualizations of datasets. By highlighting a set of data within spreadsheet and feeding it into the charting tool, users can create various types of charts in which the data is displayed in a graphical way. 4.9.1 Advantages of graphical representation. Number 1. Through graphs, the data is more presentable and easier to understand as well. Draw certain inferences or analysis. Next point, graphical representation summarizes a very large data in a very crisp and systematic manner. Next point, it makes comparison easy of data. Next point, visual presentation targets the audience. Next point, helps in estimating the key values at a glance. 4.9.2 Types of graphs and charts in spreadsheet. There are many types of graphs and charts available in spreadsheet. These are as number 1, column charts. A column chart uses vertical bar and columns to display values over different categories. They are excellent at showing variations in value over time. It represents different types of column charts. Next is bar charts. Bar charts are similar to a column charts except they use horizontal instead of vertical bars. Like the column chart, the bar chart shows variations in value over time. These charts are again of different patterns. Next is pie charts. A pie chart presents the contribution of each value to the total. Pie charts are an effective way to present information when you want to represent different parts of the whole or the percentage of a total. Next is line charts. A line chart shows the trends and variations in data over time. A line chart displays a series of points that are connected over time, often used to plot continuous data and are useful for identifying trends. 4.9.4 Steps for creating graphs and charts in spreadsheet. Number 1. Select chart type. Next, select the data and create chart. Next, add chart element as axis, chart title, data labels, legend, trend lines, etc. Next, adjust quick layout. Next, change colors. Next, change style. Next, switch row, column. Next and the last is then save the chart. 4.10 Database Manager and Introduction. In data, data refers to information in digital form that can be managed to organize the system. And database is a collection of related data. The purpose of this type of software is to organize and manage data. The advantage is that changes in data can be made and stored, then displayed. MS Access, DBase, Fox Pro, Paradox, and Oracle are some of the examples of database manager. Database manager are software systems used to store, retrieve, and run queries on data. They serve as an interface between an end user and a database, allowing users to create, read, update, and delete data in the database. It also supervises the daily activities of the data. Any update or manipulations, this system helps in association of understanding the tools and technology that are available to make database and related technology even more effective. They also provide basic database management functionalities, including creation and maintenance of databases. 4.10.1 Characteristics of Database Manager System. There are some characteristics of Database Manager System which allows smooth working. Number 1. Manage remote as well as local databases. Next, discover databases on web server. Next, provide the ability to connect to the database available in the network. Next, provide administrative functionalities. Next, display information from databases catalogs. Next and the last is allow database administrator to new patches for database and updating databases. 4.10.2 Basic functionalities of database manager systems. Database manager systems enables users and provide quick solutions to the organization by its functionalities, which are as number 1 sharing of data, next faster accessibility with multiple users, next compatibility across platforms, next maintain integrity while sharing, next manipulation of data ensures consistency, next provide security with different levels of abstraction, next following the data models, next and the last is connected on the basis of distribution systems. 4.10.3 Basic responsibilities and uses of database manager systems. Some of the main responsibilities of database manager are as follows. Number 1. Creation of efficient and consistent database. Next, determination of data storage structure. Next, facilitates data searches. Next, maintain integrity among assets. Next, manipulations are required. Next, simplifies consultation process. Next and the last is control undesired movements in the data. 4.10.4 Examples of database manager systems. First point, SQL Server. Next, Oracle. Next, MySQL. Next, Team Desk. Next, Table Plus. Next, Azure. Next, IBM Informix. Next and last is MS Access. 4.10.4 Basic uses of database manager systems. First, on-demand online video streaming. Next, personal cloud storage. Next, social gaming. Next, telecommunication. Next, knowledge management. Next and the last is RDBMS. 4.11 Presentation Graphics Introduction. Presentation graphics is the way of presentation which can be used for formal or informal presentation and in any form like text, audio, video, animation, etc. In other words, presentation is a structured delivery of information or a way of presenting skills or showing or expressing skills. For the attractive or effective task, presentation is used. Through presentation, user can express views, feeling, opinion, etc. Presentation is generally used in business, conference, education system, seminar, etc. Presentation can be reproduced on transparency, paper, or on screen. Teachers, professors, politicians, and sales representatives make presentations to present their concepts. Some notable presentation software packages are available as Harvard Graphics and Lotus Freelance. PowerPoint is a presentation software package included in Microsoft Office suite. It is used to create professional quality presentations. PowerPoint can be used to work on slides, organize presentation contents with outlines, and generates speaker notes and audience handouts. Helps to structure the ideas and information that may be conveyed to the audience. It lets to create the contents of presentation by typing, inserting text, pictures, sound and animations. With it, anyone can add visual images, supporting documents, and audio video recording to enhance the presentation. PowerPoint makes the creation of any presentation simple by providing built-in professional designs called auto layouts and templates. Different versions of a presentation can also be created for different audiences, and contents can be built in either a text-based outline view or a design-based slide view. 4.11.1 Elements of presentation. First point, slides. Slides are the pages of the presentation. It can also be said that each page of a presentation is known as slide, which includes any text, graphics, titles, shapes, design, etc. PowerPoint provide various views to view the slides: normal view, slide sorter view, and slideshow view respectively. These three buttons are available on the button left of the PowerPoint window. Next point, notice page. While giving presentation, it may need to refer to notes to elaborate on a slide's material or to remind to mention some detail. For this purpose, can create a note for slides used in the presentation. This note is available below the slides. Anyone can type any notes, remark or any help message. Next point, handout. Handout is a printed form of presentation which can print all the slides used in the presentation is small sizes on a single page. This can print 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 9 slides on a page. This can distribute these handouts among the viewer during the presentation. 4.11.2 Types of presentation. First point, blank presentation. With the help of blank presentation, designs of the slide can be as per our requirement. It gives us some predefined layouts of slides which can be used to create a blank presentation. To design the slide by using blank presentation option, select new option from the file menu and then select blank presentation option from the task pane. After selecting blank presentation, it gives a default slide. If doesn't want to work with the default slide, then select any slide layout. After the completion of one slide, to create a new slide, click on new slide button from the standard toolbar. Next point, design templates. Design templates provide some pre-designed formats of presentation. Can select any one of them and create the presentation. It can also be said that design formats are directly used to create the presentation. Next point, auto content wizard. The auto content wizard is a presentation which acts as a guide composed of several screens that helps to create a professional presentation quickly and easily. It basically works through series of questions and helps to choose options to create a good presentation with the suggested content. The auto content wizard gives some instructions to the user by following instructions. A new presentation can be created by selecting the category, style and view of presentation. To use the auto content wizard, anyone can go through step by step. 4.11.3 Types of views of presentation. First point, normal view. Normal view is by default view of the presentation. It contains three panes as the outline pane, the slide pane and the notes pane. These panes allow to work on all aspects of presentation in one place and can adjust the size of different panes by dragging the pane borders. Next point, slide sorter view. In slide sorter, you are able to see all the slides in a presentation on screen at the same time, displayed in miniature. This makes it easy to add, delete and move slides, add timings and select animated transitions for moving from slide to slide. It also previews animations on multiple slides by selecting the slides which want to preview and then clicking animation preview on the slideshow menu. Next point, slideshow view. Slideshow view presents the slides in full screen mode including all its effects. This view can also decides the time to view the slides. One by one, next slide automatically appear after the time frame. Otherwise, can use either mouse click or page down key to view the next slide. 4.12 Applications of presentation. Presentation software is a software used to show information normally in the form of a slideshow and present that slideshow to an audience. Presentation software is the medium of communication for a group of people, much simpler than any other delivery methods. The software helps educators to bring their lesson to life, also used to enhance language learning with all four language skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. It also helps to create innovative ideas when students come up with creative and interesting slides to illustrate their talk. The use of presentation aids make more interesting talk, and such aids helps to develop student confidence. The software comes with tools and templates to add information in the form of text, images, audio, video, and graphs. Its major functions includes an editor pane that allows text to be inserted and formatted, a method for inserting and manipulating graphic images, and a slideshow system to display the content. 4.12.1 Types of presentation. First point, informative presentation. An informative presentation is educational, concise, and to the point. The main goal of an informative presentation is to share information. Next point, instructional presentation. An instructional presentation is to give specific directions or orders. The presentation will probably be a bit longer because it has to cover whole topic thoroughly. In an instructional presentation, listeners should come away with new knowledge or a new skill. Next point, persuasive presentation. A persuasive presentation is to convince listeners for accepting the proposal. A convincing persuasive presentation offers a solution to a controversy, dispute, or problem. To succeed with a persuasive presentation, presentation should have sufficient logic, evidence, and emotions to sway the audience to your viewpoint. Next point, arousing presentation. An arousing presentation is to make people think about a certain problem or situation, to arouse the audience emotions and intellect so that they will be receptive to the point of view. Vivid language used in an arousing presentation projects sincerity and enthusiasm. Decision making presentation. A decision making presentation presents ideas, suggestions, and arguments strongly enough to persuade an audience to carry out requests. In a decision making presentation, tell the audience what to do and how to do it. Next point, motivational presentation. Motivational presentations in the business world may not be as dramatic or life changing as a TED talk, but they still aim to generate interest or gain an audience approval. Next point, progress reporting presentation. This type of presentation shares status updates, progress towards deadlines, collected data so far, any obstacles popping up, and tasks that need to be added or adjusted. Presentations usually include an agenda, talking points, deliverable updates, discussion topics, and time for questions at the end. This presentation keeps everyone organized and focused, ensuring that everyone is still on the same page and working towards the same end goal. Next and the last point is demonstrative presentation. This presentation demonstrates the process if it involves something in which the audience will later participate using the prescribed method. 4.12.2 Benefits of presentation software. First point, visual. Visualizing information helps readers for explaining. Next, versatile. It incorporates photos, illustration, sketches, and even videos posted online. Next and the last point is interactive. This software can embed links and jump around the document itself or out to the internet. 4.12.3 Types of presentation software. Presentation can broadly be classified into different categories as: first point, MS PowerPoint; next, Google presentation slide; next, Canva; next, Keynote; next and last is Visme, etc. 4.12.2 Pros and cons of presentation software. Every software technology has many advantages and disadvantages. Presentation is very useful but consists of many pros and cons. Pros are: first, visualization of information; second, versatility in the presentation of information; third, interactive way of presentation; fourth, the presentation provides customization for slides; fifth, it has compatibility across the platforms. Cons are: first point, designs of slides divert from the information; second point, information sometimes in readable form only; third point, it offers limited tools for entertainment interaction; fourth, The customization is not possible for entertainment. Fifth, sometimes distractions created across the platforms. 4.13 Applications of PC packages. PC package is a suite of applications designed to help with productivity and completing common tasks. These are tools used commonly because of accessibility, ease of use, interactivity, and adaptability across operating systems. Efficiency is so important for enterprises can be provided by the PC packages. These PC packages are being able to create, collaborate, and communicate seamlessly for the organizations and having easy access to productivity tools that enable people to work easily from anywhere, which make organization agile in their sector. A general purpose application package is a type of software that can perform many different related tasks and enhance their productivity of organization. 4.13.1 Characteristics of PC packages. There are many characteristics of packages which fascinates the people and enterprises are: number 1, application centric. Next, specialized programs associated with documentation. Next, standardize and streamline according to the task. Next, customized silent deployment. Next and the last is assistant implementation. 4.13.2 Categories of PC packages. Number 1, data packages. Example: MS Access, Lotus Approach, Paradox. Next point, graphics packages. Example: Paint, Paintbrush, Serif Draw, and Corel Draw. Next point, computer aided design packages. Example: 2D Design, AutoCAD, TurboCAD. Next point, presentation graphic packages. Example: PowerPoint, Lotus Freelance. Next, desktop publishing packages. Example: MS Publisher, PageMaker, Page Plus. Next point, communication software: Internet Explorer, Netscape Communicator. Next point, spreadsheet packages. Example: MS Excel, Lotus 123. Next, text processing packages. Example: MS Word, WordPerfect. Next point, web page editor. Example: MS Front Page, Macromedia Dreamweaver. Next point, integrated packages. Example: MS Office, Office 365, OpenOffice. Next point, specialist packages. Example: Tally, Maxima, SPSS. Next point, antivirus packages. Example: Quick Heal, Norton, McAfee. Next and the last point is build or tailor-made packages. 4.13.3 Benefits of PC packages. There are many advantages of PC packages. Number 1, provide standard environment and ensure stability in working. Next point, standards reduce the risk of working and also reduce the support cost correspondingly. Next point, packaging is required for the better organization of tasks, so compatibility is easier. Next point, packaging format helps in less business disruptions. Next point, application management is smooth. Next point, packaging makes effective running of applications. Next point, reduce the security risk. Next point, customization makes easier working and smooth. Next point, accessible from anywhere. Next point, communication friendly. Next point, centralized collaboration within the organizations. Next and the last point is online support and training available. 4.13.4 Disadvantages of PC packages. Any of the system or PC package cannot be without pitfalls and hazards, so some of them are described here. Number 1, functional requirements. Statement that all the functional requirements of the user can result in selection of an optimal package is a difficult. It is a multi-step procedure. Only after the user requirements have been stated and matched to achieve the best fit to a package can success be ensured. Ensuring that a package meets the specific requirements of an organization is critical to say. Next point, flexibility. Technical environment, laws, policies and procedures constantly change and a software package must be adaptable to these changes, which is very difficult to say. The flexibility which if anticipated can readily be built into a custom developed system and should take updates from time to time that must be ensured in a product. Next point, vendor reliability. It is very important while selecting a package to ensure that the vendor is well established and committed to the product for any kind of updates. This problem is not as relevant to in-house custom developments since an in-house development staff is readily available for support, but this is not possible every time and for long time. Next point, conversion. A problem can occur with installation of package is underestimation of the magnitude of adjustment to the conversion or transition to a new package, using perspective in the selection and acquisition. Next and the last point is user acceptance. A common encountered obstacle along with the successful installation is user acceptance and adaptation to the new package. Although the package selected may appear to management as a best fit, lower level staff may be required to significantly alter their routines. Usually, when a software package is purchased, the users are required to arrange current operational procedures so they are compatible with the software. 4.14 Summary. PC package basically a synchronization of interrelated units of the software for the business enterprises for achieving their objectives and fulfill targets. So, integration of similar type of software is necessary and important goal to manage processes and system for better performances. Technology plays important role for the synchronization of units with less errors and within budget. The availability of low cost hardware and the expansion of the software industry for small scale to large scale enterprise have resulted into a wide variety of software packages. There are so many software packages available in the market, but applications like browser, MS Office, games, Notepad, etc. need to work with the help of operating system. So, market is also providing many types of operating systems. The basic purpose of an operating system is to provide working platform to execute different application programs in efficient manner and manages the allocation of computer hardware as well. Windows is one of the most popular operating system in the world. It enables user to save data, watch videos, run applications, play games and connect to the internet. Different types of PC packages are available in the environment to interact with the operating system. Windows such as text processing software, spreadsheet system, presentation graphic software, database manager systems. All these general purpose application package is a type of software that can perform many different related tasks and enhance the productivity of organization. These software packages are holding many characteristics which fascinates the people and enterprises. They are divided into different types of categories as database package, graphic presentation package, CAD, DTP, Office suite, communication software package, antivirus and tailor-made packages. All these PC packages comprise of many benefits but are also holding some disadvantages. After whole discussion, we can conclude that PC packages are required for smooth working with PC and necessary also. Thank you for listening.